What's up, everybody? It's your boy Steve Bookin. I don't always play hardcore sim titles. Sometimes I just like to grab a cup of coffee, hop in my rig, boot up something lightweight, and just go. But on those days I feel like just kicking back and having a good time, I have to make sure whatever I decide to fire up isn't too relaxed in the physics department. You know, I don't want to dive into something so casual that I start to lose my rhythm in some of the more serious sim titles that I play. So yeah, I put together a list of my 5 favorite sim-cades I like to fool around with when I'm either trying to warm up before I hop onto something a little more serious or to blow off some steam right after a long day. So yeah, let's get into it. First on this list is Grid Autosport. Yeah, man, I'm taking it back to the golden years of Codemasters. And yeah, I know for most people the first Grid game is the best in the series, but for me, Autosport scratches all my racing itches. Man, I like this game so much that I bought it 4 times. I got it for PC, which is the gameplay you're probably watching right now, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and I got a copy over at my mom's house for when I'm over there during the holidays. Yeah, man, I really like this game. The graphics, the presentation still hold up today, and I can run it on all my wheel and pedal sets. But I think Thrustmaster seems to be the better equipment to use with this game. The driving physics lean a little bit further on the arcade side, but the handling is still tight enough for me to play this for an extended amount of time and still be able to hop on something like a Settle Corsa without losing the little bit of racecraft that I have. So yeah, next on this list is Dirt 3, which is another gem from the golden years of Codemasters, and the only other game that I've bought a copy for 3 different platforms and a 4th copy to keep over at my mom's. And yeah, I know everyone says Dirt 2 is the best Dirt game, and I have Dirt 2, and I see why people like it so much. But Dirt 2 is a full arcade controller-based racing game. I mean, I can use a wheel and pedal set on Dirt 2, but it's not that great. I'd say Dirt 3 is a true 50-50 split between arcade and simulation. The overall presentation and the ability to use a proper wheel and pedal set in this game ranks it above Dirt 2 for me. Yeah, it really feels like Dirt 3 was the foundation leading up to Dirt Rally 2.0. AKA the last masterpiece we got from Codemasters. Yeah, man, Dirt 3 holds a special place in my heart, and that's not me being drunk off nostalgia either. I still play this game regularly to this day. The presentation and graphics and the driving physics still hold up for me. So yeah, man, where they're at and where the gaming industry is at right now, I don't know if Codemasters will ever be able to develop something as special as Dirt 3 again. I hope so, but only time will tell. Alright, so now I'm gonna dive into some more recent stuff, something you Gen Zers might be able to rock with. So next on this list is Wreckfest. Now I'm be honest, this was a content purchase. I really don't like games like this. I was planning on buying it, reviewing it, hating it, and deleting it off my hard drive. But instead I ended up loving it and buying it for 3 different platforms. Yeah, man. Wreckfest is just dumb fun. Grab a drink and some snacks and relax and have a good time racing game. I got it on the 3 major platforms, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. And I think Wreckfest runs a little bit better on the consoles than it does on PC. And I know the PC guys are clutching the pearls right now over that statement, but yeah. I think the console version of Wreckfest is a bit more user-friendly and a more pleasant experience on console than PC. So yeah, I've even driven and even owned some of these cash for clunker junkers like the ones in Wreckfest. And I'd say the driving physics in this game lean more on the simulation side depending on how many assists you run. But yeah, man, Wreckfest is definitely one of those Friday night junk food racing games that I like to play. So yeah, next is Gran Turismo 7. Because you can't have a list like this without Gran Turismo being on it. And if I'd have made this video 5 months earlier, it would have been Gran Turismo 6 on this list because I did not like GT Sport. Yeah, man, the screen tearing and frame rate drops in Gran Turismo 6 on the PlayStation 3 was better than what GT Sport was offering at the time, in my opinion. But GT 7 came through and changed all that now with the improvements to the driving physics and force feedback. And yeah, I know a lot of guys like to argue if Gran Turismo is a simulation or not, but I'd say GT GT7 leans heavily on the simulation side of things. I'd say it's 85-15 sim to arcade ratio, in my opinion. I know a lot of guys aren't gonna like that, but whatever. I mean, GT7 doesn't have the physics and break your wrist force feedback detail of something like R Factor 2, but the cars and the force feedback in GT7 deliver enough information to keep my driving senses engaged, and sometimes that's all I'm looking for. Just something to wake my body and brain up in the morning, or to finish tiring it out right before I go to bed. So last but not least, drum roll please. Project Cars 3. Yeah, man, I'm not trolling with that either. Hear me out. Project Cars 3 is a terrible racing game. It's just a terrible video game in general, but it's a really good driving experience in my opinion. I really like the way the cars handle in Project Cars 3. It's really hard for me to explain, but I think the best way for me to describe it is to take the force feedback from Forza 7 and combine it with the driving physics of Gran Turismo 7, and I'd say that's what the cars feel like in Project Cars 3. And thank the Lord they let you drive any car and any track anytime in this game, because the progression system in Project Cars is hot garbage, man. I like the fact that I can pick any car and track that fits my mood at the time and just get in it and go, because the progression event payouts are a joke in Project Cars 3. If I had to grind for cars in this game, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. But yeah, man, I really like Project Cars 3, but I wouldn't recommend this game to anyone. Project Cars 3 is a consumer anomaly that's probably specific to me and only me. Because I've never purchased such an epic fail with such a silver lining. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up my 5 favorite sim-cades. I know most guys don't stray far from their go-to sim, but if you have some lightweight racing games that you like to kick back and blow off some steam to, let me know down in the comments section. I'm gonna get up out of here. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. It's T-Bukin. I'm out.